Archangel Michael says, a shadow of your past is speaking louder than you can hear. Every night, your name is on someone's lips, but not with the love they once held. It's regret wrapped in resentment, and sorrow disguised as bitterness. They sit across from someone new, trying to explain why they walked away. But their words are heavy, soaked with emotion they can't deny anymore. The truth they're avoiding is that they still care, but they're too broken to face it. This new person listens quietly, but even they can feel the tension. They sense that you still live in your ex's heart, even if they won't admit it. They ask questions, but your ex only gives vague replies full of hurt and confusion. The air thickens each time your name surfaces. And somewhere in this tangled conversation, a truth is slipping out. They are speaking of you daily because your absence haunts them more than they expected. Type Amen to get blessing 333. One evening, the new person finally asks, "Why do you still talk about them so much?" That moment cracks something open in your ex's spirit. They realize they've built their new days on a past they haven't let go of. In silence, they scroll through old messages. They revisit photos they once deleted in anger. And the smile that once comforted them now brings pain they cannot escape. They try to distract themselves with noise, with company, with excuses. But your name returns like a song stuck in their mind. Their new connection feels empty compared to what they had with you. They don't say it out loud, but they miss your laughter at night. They miss how you looked at them like they mattered. Now, they feel invisible, even when surrounded by people. Type Amen to get blessing 477. Archangel Michael says, this is not just heartbreak, it's a divine revelation unfolding slowly. Your soul has been weeping without knowing why, sensing someone is pulling at its strings. That pull is your ex's energy, filled with confusion and longing. They are struggling to admit to themselves what you already knew. They took you for granted and now silence punishes them more than words ever could. The more they talk about you, the more they feel your absence like a cold wind in their chest. Even the new person is starting to see it clearly. They are not your replacement, they are your ex's distraction, but distractions always fade, and truth always rises. One day soon, your ex will stop pretending. They will send a message, not just any message, but one crafted with trembling fingers. It will be a confession that they never truly stopped loving you. Type Amen to get blessing 842. You may feel anger when it comes, you may want to block it, delete it, forget it. But a part of your soul will pause, because deep down, you still feel the fracture. That message will hold both sorrow and apology. They will say they've changed, even if only a little. And they will ask if you can meet, just once, to speak openly. The decision will not be easy, you've built yourself up from their ruins. But you'll know that you hold the power now. They're not the same person you once loved, but they are a reflection of a past you grew from. And facing them may be the final step in your healing. Type Amen to get blessing 919. Archangel Michael says, this moment has been written in the stars. It's not about rekindling romance, it's about reclaiming your voice. It's about understanding how far you've come since they let you go. You were meant to rise, even through betrayal and heartbreak. You were meant to be remembered, even in someone else's silence. And now, your name is awakening truths in places you never imagined. that message will carry the weight of all the things they never said. It will whisper apologies through every sentence. But it will also show you how deeply you are missed. You must read it with courage, not pain. With power, not weakness. Because the past does not define you, it reveals who couldn't handle your light. Type Amen to get blessing 1007. They may ask for another chance. They may beg to explain face to face, but you will feel a calmness in your chest that tells you, you already closed that door. Still, the closure you never received will come wrapped in those words. It will feel like justice, not revenge. It will feel like an ending that finally has punctuation. This message will echo through time. Not just for you, but for them. They will finally see you for who you are, someone who was never replaceable. Your grace will burn in their memory. Your strength will silence their ego, and your peace will be the final proof of your transformation. Type Amen to get blessing 1244. In their new world, you are the chapter that never closed. No matter how many people they meet, they look for you in all of them. But the world doesn't recreate souls, it just teaches us not to waste them. The people around them notice the cracks, they mention your name. Curious why it causes so much discomfort. And your ex replies with half-truths, hiding the pain behind a hardened face. But in the quiet hours, when no one is around, they cry for you, they cry for the chances they threw away. They cry for the love that taught them the most. You were their mirror, you reflected their wounds and loved them anyway. And now, they realize they were too afraid to heal. Type Amen to get blessing 1777, you are walking into your new season now. But the echoes of the past want your attention one last time. The universe wants to give you justice, not in vengeance, but in revelation. Your healing triggered their awakening. Your strength broke their patterns. And now, they're left with the truth they tried to bury. A storm is rising in their emotions. The more they run, the closer it chases. Until that message finally leaves their phone and finds its way to you, it will not be a simple hello. It will not be an empty apology. It will be the sound of a broken soul asking for one final moment of your attention. Type Amen to get blessing 2323. You will read it once, maybe twice. You'll feel the pulse in your fingers, but then, peace will wash over you. Because you will know, finally, that they see what they lost. You will understand why your journey had to be separated from theirs, and you will release the weight of the silence that's haunted you. Even if you never reply, your spirit will answer. Even if you never meet, your soul will understand, because closure isn't always in the reunion, it's in the awakening. Let their regret be their lesson. Let your growth be your reward, and let this message be the turning point in your divine story. Type Amen to get blessing 2999. You were never forgotten, your light was never dimmed by distance. It only grew stronger, until they couldn't ignore it anymore. Now, as that message prepares to reach you, stand tall. You are not the person they left, you are the person they were never ready for. And your power will show in the way you choose to respond. Archangel Michael says, they may be late. But your healing arrived right on time. Their words may be filled with pain, but yours are filled with purpose. You are being honored in heaven for enduring what tried to break you. You are stepping into your reward, not because they returned, but because you survived their leaving. Now prepare yourself, the final message is close. Type Amen to get blessing 3333. The moment that message reaches your phone, your soul will recognize it before your eyes do. You'll pause, heart racing, hands slightly trembling, as you read their name on the screen. Even the wind outside your window will still, waiting for what comes next. You'll remember everything in a flash, the laughter, the lies, the lessons. But you won't crumble. You've already risen from the ashes they left you in. Inside the message, you will find a storm of emotions. They will admit they were wrong. They will say things they never had the courage to say before. They may mention dreams about you. They may say they still feel your presence in their sleep. They may reveal that no one after you has ever made them feel whole. Type Amen to get blessing 4440. This isn't just about words, it's about spirit. When your ex wrote that message, their heart was breaking, not just because they missed you, but because they finally saw you clearly. They speak about you daily to others because they cannot speak to you directly. You haunt their silence. Your absence has become louder than any argument they had with you. Their new companion has grown tired of hearing your name. It's not jealousy, it's weariness, because even they can tell your ex's heart is no longer present. And now, that third party has begun to distance themselves. Not out of anger, but realization. They don't want to be part of a triangle that was never equal. Type Amen to get blessing 5055. You will read the message slowly, breathing through every sentence. At some points, you may feel your chest tighten. But then, a strange calm will cover you. Because this is the confirmation of what your spirit has always known: you were unforgettable. Even when they tried to erase you, your love etched itself deeper. Your ex thought they could move on by replacing you, but the heart doesn't work like that. It recognizes truth, even if it runs from it. They now walk with a hollow version of love. Every smile reminds them of the one they lost. Every hug feels colder than yours did. Type Amen to get blessing 5588, and though they try to rewrite history when they speak to others, the truth bleeds through in their voice. Regret has poisoned their pride. They remember your kindness. They remember your patience. But most of all, they remember how you made them feel like they mattered. They've stopped smiling the same way. They don't laugh as loud anymore. Because joy doesn't live in them the way it used to. They see glimpses of you in strangers. They hear your name in songs they once danced to with you. And that's when they realize, some loves don't die, they evolve into echoes. Type Amen to get blessing 6001. Archangel Michael says, this message is not just closure for them. It is liberation for you. You deserve to hear the truth they buried, even if it arrives too late. The universe waited for the right moment to deliver this. Because timing is everything when justice is divine, and you, chosen one, are about to be vindicated in spirit. Your tears were counted. Your silence was sacred, and your pain will now be answered with clarity. As you decide whether to respond or not, remember. The power is now in your hands. You no longer chase love, you command respect. Type Amen to get blessing 6330. Even if you never reply, your energy will speak louder than any words. They will know your worth not by what you say, but by how you rise. Your peace will burn brighter than their apology. You may be tempted to meet them again, to sit across from them and see if their eyes still hold that old fire. But don't be surprised when they look at you like you're untouchable now. You have outgrown the version of love they offered, you no longer fit the mold they tried to squeeze you into. You are the evolved version of the person they left behind. Their message is not a beginning, it's your final confirmation, that they see what you became without them. That they regret not being part of your elevation. Type Amen to get blessing 6888, others around them will notice the shift too. Their mood will change after they send the message. Because they've finally confessed their heart to the one who carried it all along, some will tell them they should have moved on. Some will say reaching out to you was a mistake. But deep down, they know it was their soul crying out for closure. You'll read it again days later, but with different eyes. Not with sadness, but with wisdom. You'll feel no need to return to the past, because the message was never about rekindling. It was about releasing. And the moment you read it, your spirit will feel 20 pounds lighter. Type Amen to get blessing 7007. You are not who you were back then. You are stronger, wiser, more radiant than ever before. And this message is the universe's way of showing how far you've come, how deeply you've healed. Don't let guilt trick you into reopening wounds. Don't let old memories blur your current clarity. You deserve peace, not confusion. Let their words float like ashes in the wind. You don't need to carry them anymore, you've already carried too much. Type Amen to get blessing 7444. This chapter will finally close, not with bitterness, but with truth. Not with rage, but with release. A new beginning waits on the other side of this moment, and it holds someone who will never make you question your worth. Someone who won't just speak your name, they'll protect it. Your name deserves to be spoken with reverence, your story deserves to be lived with joy. And your love deserves a home that never lets it go. Let the past stay behind you, let the message be your final mirror. And walk forward, knowing you were always the one. Type Amen to get blessing 7777, their message will keep echoing in your inbox for days. Each time you glance at it, you'll feel a new wave of understanding. Not of them, but of yourself. You'll realize you no longer cry when thinking of them. You no longer ache in the places they once wounded. You've become whole, with or without an apology. This message wasn't sent to weaken you. It arrived to validate your journey. To show you that even silence carries justice when guided by the divine. Their words may be dressed in sorrow, but your soul wears triumph. Because you survived what they thought would destroy you. You turned their betrayal into your becoming. Type Amen to get blessing 8222. People around you will notice a glow. They'll comment on your calmness, and you'll smile, knowing it's the peace that follows closure. The ones who left now want access. But you're not bitter, you're just evolved, you've seen too much truth to return to illusion. This moment will feel like a movie ending. Not a tragic one, but a powerful resolution, where the heroine doesn't go back, because she knows her value now. Your ex may still speak of you. But now it will be with reverence, not resentment, because you've become the standard they'll never match again. Type Amen to get blessing 8555. Their new connections will fade in comparison, not because they are bad, but because they are not you. And some souls, once touched by yours, can never feel the same again. You changed them without even trying, and now, they sit alone with the realization that they had gold and mistook it for dust. Their pride has collapsed into memories. Their ego broke when their heart whispered your name again. They try to replace you with noise, but silence won. Because your energy remains, long after your footsteps faded. You'll carry no anger, only gratitude. For without them, you wouldn't have discovered your fire. Type Amen to get blessing 8881. Archangel Michael says, they had to lose you to awaken. But your path now shines too brightly for you to dim again. Keep walking in grace, that message they sent will become a milestone. A sacred proof that your spirit left an imprint. That your love was never small, it was seismic. Now that the truth has returned to you, you can let go fully. Let the universe take care of their soul searching. Your mission lies ahead, not behind, a new chapter is opening. And it begins with no baggage. Only blessings. Type Amen to get blessing 9009. The next person you meet will recognize your strength. They won't ask you to explain your worth, they will already see it. You won't need to beg to be heard. They will listen, not just with ears, but with intention. You'll feel what you never felt with your ex, safety. Not the kind you fake, the kind that melts walls. This is what was waiting for you all along. But you had to grow through betrayal to recognize it, you had to meet heartbreak to appreciate real love. Type Amen to get blessing 9333. You were never hard to love, you were hard to fool. And that's why they ran. But now, they want to return. Not because they've changed completely, but because you've become undeniable. The message is their surrender, and your silence, if you choose it, will be the loudest answer. Because power lies not in reaction, but in presence. Let them live with the echoes of your name, you have new songs to dance to. New hands to hold. Type Amen to get blessing 9555, let the past be what it is, a lesson. Let your future be what it's becoming, a miracle. Don't pause for anyone who couldn't see your worth before. The message will sit in your phone like a sealed letter from the universe. A relic from a time when you were still unsure. Now, you read it as a warrior, you are not who you were. You are the version of yourself that rose through fire. And no message, no matter how heartfelt, can shake your foundation now. Archangel Michael says, honor what is behind you. But only dwell where your soul feels peace. You are chosen, you are rising. You are ready. Type Amen to get blessing 9777. Now that their truth is out, your silence becomes sacred. You don't need to explain how much it hurt. The message itself is proof that karma never forgets. They see you now, not the version they misunderstood, but the strong, evolved, radiant soul who no longer needs their validation. And that realization will follow them in every new relationship they attempt. They will scroll through your social media in silence, seeing your glow, your smile, your calm presence, and wonder how someone they once held became a stranger filled with light, because now, you don't just walk, you soar. You don't chase, you attract. And your peace cannot be negotiated, type Amen to get blessing 9888. Their message may have been long, filled with emotion, grief, apologies, and lost dreams, but it arrived too late to rewrite your story. It may have been sincere. It may have been raw, but your soul no longer dwells in that chapter. Their regrets are their burden now. Your healing is your freedom, and that message becomes a relic, not a road. You might save it, you might delete it. But either way, it no longer holds power over your heart. You've outgrown their confusion. Type Amen to get blessing 10001. They will remember the little things forever, your laugh after midnight, your quiet forgiveness during storms, your way of knowing what they needed before they said a word, your softness, your strength, your silence when you were hurting. They remember it all now, too late to live it again. They're trying to relive you in memories, but even memories fade when a person evolves. And you've turned your scars into wings. Let that message be a mirror of their own shadows, not an invitation to reopen wounds. Your closure is complete. Type Amen to get blessing 10444. This is the reward for choosing yourself. For staying silent when you could have screamed. For healing when you were left broken. You are the one that got away, not because of luck, but because you rose when they expected you to fall. And now the message confirms it all. They may ask you one last time, "Can we talk?" But by then, your spirit will already be too far ahead. Not out of bitterness, but peace. Because sometimes the highest form of power is walking away with grace, and now you know you never needed closure from them. You were always the ending and the beginning in one. Type Amen to get blessing 11111. You were not forgotten. You were feared, because your love was pure. And your departure was the loudest wake-up call they've ever received. They see you glowing now. Not in the same light as before, but in a new flame they can no longer touch. Let the message rest. You've already answered with your evolution. They see it, they feel it, and they'll never forget it. And now, beloved, you walk into your future fully free, with no need to look back. Because the blessing ahead is greater than anything left behind. Type Amen to get blessing 12121.